It was the perfect crime. No one saw it coming. No one heard a thing.
This was our career bust, which is what, $100 million?
This had to have been an inside job.
Everything went according to plan. But there was one thing they didn't plan on.
Let's do this right. No gunshots, no dead bodies.
Well, you know, if I recall correctly, the last couple dead bad guys belong to you.
Please, you ain't even trying to compare body counts. Should I keep going all day? I'm out.
Detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes.
Oh, man, no, that's too much bass in your voice. That scare white folks. You gotta sound like them. We were wondering if we can borrow a cup of brown sugar.
On the Miami Police Force.
I'll be back. Something wrong with you.
They don't follow the rules.
You ain't with the bad guys now. You with the cops.
They make them.
What's up?
Dope back and do it quietly.
You forgot your boarding pass.
Oh, shit.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boy.
You know, you drive almost slow enough to drive Miss Daisy.
Bad Boys is a mindless action movie on full tilt. The boys fight their way through a constant barrage of drug dealers cracking jokes the whole time. The familiar faces of Martin Lawrence and Will Smith bring a much-needed levity to the movie. It isn't by any means a masterpiece, but it holds up as a charming action flick years after the fact. I'd recommend this to anyone looking for something easy and entertaining to just turn their mind off to.
I have a request. Someone I want to see. Sherlock Holmes. You and I are bound together on a journey that will twist the very fabric of nature. Allow me to enlighten you. Tomorrow, the world as you know it will end.
Well, there isn't any time to waste then, is there?
It does make a considerable difference to me having someone with me on whom I can thoroughly rely.
It was nice to see you, Watson.
Lord Blackwood.
The witness stated that he saw Lord Blackwood rise from the grave.
Gonna raise a force that will alter the course of the world.
He's just as brilliant as you are, and infinitely more devious.
We'll see about that.
Nice touch.
I was simply studying your methods. Should the authorities ask me to hunt you down.
Holmes, leave the case alone.
Case for you. Save your bullets, Watson.
What was that about saving bullets?
First point of attack, right ear. 2, throat. 3, cracked ribs. In summary, neutralized. You've never complained about my methods before?
I never complain. When do I complain about you practicing the violin at 3 in the morning? Your general lack of hygiene, or your experiment on my dog?
Just kill the dog. Again.
I wanted to change the world, but I'll settle for ending yours.
I wish you would.
Get that out of my face.
It's not in your face, it's in my hand.
Get what's in your hand out of my face.
They've been flirting like this for hours.
Are we in trouble?
Watson, you have the grand gift of silence. Makes you quite invaluable as a companion.
Sherlock Holmes is a surprisingly well-done comedy thriller. The intellect of Sherlock Holmes combined with the charm of Robert Downey Jr. creates a truly entertaining performance. It has enough twists and turns to keep you compelled to the end, but it isn't exactly a work of art. As a fun look into a fantasy version of 1891, it's an excellently done film. Beyond that, though, there isn't a whole lot there. A well-done movie suitable for all ages. If you want something happy and compelling, Sherlock will do you right.
Everybody ready? Get the show on the road!
Doesn't even show up on the GPS. It's unworthy of global positioning.
That's the whole point. Get off the grid, right?
Oh, this is awesome.
Whoa. No way.
Lambs have passed through the gate. They are come to the killing floor.
Cabin in the Woods is a good choice for any horror movie fan. It isn't the most thoughtful film, but it has its own brand of humor that's quite nice. It breaks down many of the cliches of the genre and pays homage to many of the classic horror icons. There is a self-awareness to this film and its genre that carries the movie well. It can feel a bit caught up in itself at times, but it's a solid choice for a light horror comedy.
Remember, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. To whom might I ask am I speaking?
I'm Evie.
Evie? Evie, of course you are. So let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V. It's my home.
I have to stay here.
Only until I'm done. After the 5th, I no longer think it'll matter.
You really think the blowing up Parliament's going to make this country a better place?
There's no certainty, only opportunity. People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
I know this world is screwed up, believe me, I know it better than most. Which is why I wanted to ask if there's anything I can do to help make it right.
1 year from tonight, outside the gates of Parliament, and together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgot.
What are you talking about?
Justice.
V for Vendetta is a really nice political thriller. It takes place in a dystopian London of all places. Its flow and style creates a unique environment and set of characters that follow a captivating tale. The world has many disparities to ours, but it also only feels a few shades away at the same time. Its comments on political activism, collateral damage, and good and evil are thoughtfully presented, allowing for some interesting discussion afterwards. It can be a bit heavy-handed in places, but that doesn't distract too much from the beauty of the movie itself. Whether you are looking for something a bit more thoughtful, or you just want a well-made dramatic movie, V for Vendetta is a good choice.
What do you want of me? Do what I beg you to do. Now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me to murder.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice.
They want to get mixed up in a family business? You gotta get up close like this. Bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
You give him one message, I want Salazzo. If not, it's all out war. We go to the back.
Some of the other families won't sit still.
They may hand me Salazzo. Father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal. They shot my father. That's business. Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal.
You know my father. Men are coming here to kill him.
I never wanted this for you. I worked my whole life. I don't apologize to take care of my family. And I refused to be a fool. Dancing on the string held by all those big shots.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
The Godfather Part 1 and 2 stand out as some of the best movies around. Having said that, most people would rather pass on watching 6 hours of dry mobster drama. I completely understand where those people are coming from with that opinion. But the thing about The Godfather is that there's so much more than just dry drama. If you can invest yourself into these films, even just Part 1, you can understand why they're hyped as the best gangster movies of all time. Whether they meet that hype or not, I'm not quite sure. But they're undeniably a great pair of films. Just wait until you have a nice quiet day where you find yourself undistracted to watch either of these movies. The number of characters as well as the subtlety that everyone speaks with makes it pretty confusing on the first watch. I honestly found The Godfather a lot more interesting on my second viewing because I had a much better sense of what was happening. I really recommend these movies to anyone looking to expand their movie repertoire, but they really aren't for everyone, and I understand if you don't want something this dry. So those were the Netflix recommendations for the week.
Part 5.
Yeah, and I mean, any stand out to you there? I mean,
Cabin in the Woods automatically stands out to me. This is, if you don't know if they're into horror, this is your vanilla set. This is what you throw at them. It doesn't come off as harshly as a lot of horror that you'll see, but it picks the palette of everything a diehard horror fan like me would want, to the point where I'm like, that sci-fi Scorpion, that's one with myself, you know. The whole Merman thing is just a nice nod to everybody who's already seen everything. You know, thanks for going the extra mile. Thanks for taking all of these B-movie characters and actually just giving them this do-or-die varnish. Like, God, I haven't seen a giant snake so welcomed in a script.
It is definitely a movie where if you're a horror fan, it'll up it a couple of notches for you.
Yeah.
Like, even without, though, it's a good movie. But yeah, knowing all of those references, seeing all of those things that you've seen growing up, or versions of them, because they're all versions of things you've seen. But yeah, it adds an extra layer for sure.
Do you have a question for people at home about Cabin in the Woods?
About Cabin in the Woods, just... Okay, here's a question for you, and this is a little bit spoilery, so just hold on. But what do you guys think of that ending there? Because that's the one thing that's always bugged me about this movie, is that the ending, I really think that the virgin should have died and turned out to have been the fool. Like, it just really drove me nuts, because she's so goddamn stupid, and the fool's so smart, and obviously a virgin, so it could have been a cool role reversal, and the ending they took instead just drove me crazy.
Alright, I also have a question for the millions at home, also about the ending, spoilers and stuff, but the decision that the stoner makes, was it useless? Did it leave you a little bit in the air? Because, like, morally he's sound, but actually, like, practically, like, how do you side with someone who chooses the cataclysm, you know? That gave me a little bit to pause on before the movie actually responded by showing me a god hand.
Yeah.
So, you know, I gave it a lot of points, maybe undeserved points. Maybe I'm even biased to Cabin in the Woods because it followed through with the desolate ending. Something a horror fan really looks out for.
You know, I would be amiss if we ended this without saying something about Godfather.
Yep.
The fact that it's on this recommendation, I'm just kind of bringing your attention to the fact it's there. If you haven't seen it, I completely get where you're coming from with it being a long trudge. But do it.
It is.
You really should do it.
If you need a buddy to help you through it, you know, we might talk through it. You know, it's this slow-burning 70s movie. No, they'll grab your attention. They will. These are professionally made films. They stack up through the ages. Don't worry, put it on, have fun.
Yeah.
And what else is on the list? Bad Boys?
Yeah, Bad Boys. I mean, it's not nothing too special, but I enjoy the action flick, and it's a fun thing.
Take a shot for each explosion. Have fun. It's a great time.
Yeah.
And then there's that like Sherlock Holmes show.
Yeah.
It's like an I don't know. It's really underwhelming, right? Like nobody really likes it. It's not as if they pump out 3 quality movies and call it a TV show every year. It's just Or are we talking the Sherlock movie?
Oh, we're doing the movie for this
Oh! Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The movie's pretty good. Not quite as good as the TV show, but it's a bit easier to watch. Last guy on here was V for Vendetta, and honestly, it's good to save this one for the end, because for me, I enjoy it the most out of these ones. I've watched it the most times out of any of these films. I really enjoy the setting of V for Vendetta more than anything else. It's just a really nice dystopia, really well done, really well presented.
Haven't seen it. Must not be notable. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy our material, and thanks for watching.
See ya.